Everyone, it's Mary here with 30 Days of Inspiration. I'm in editing mode right now, but I wanted to make sure that I got your message for today. And it's about creating goals. You know, we can state all day long, like, I want a bigger house, I want a better job, I want a better relationship. But that doesn't define actually anything. It's like going into a restaurant and saying, I'd like some potatoes. The waitress, there could be 3, 4, 5 different ways that potatoes could be served to you that day. It's no different than your dream. So clarity is important. And there's a couple of things that I want to read to you about goal setting that kind of hits it on the head. And that is things like this. Goals are the anchor to know. And know is the, is the way that we get to stay on track, right? If we let all of the whims of everyone else kind of distract us, which, that's easy to do. And it's great because, then we don't have to do what we said that we were going to do toward our own goals. So know is think of that as the anchor to working toward your goal. If you don't know what you want or where you are headed, then you have no to say. That's easy. That's a cop-out. That's letting yourself down, and we'll do that all day long. And then at the end of the year, we get to yet say again, I'm not worthy of this goal that I want. When in reality, the goal was potatoes. So think about what it is that you really want. And this isn't easy stuff. Defining what you want gets scary. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Defining what you want gets scary because once you begin to define it, you kind of gotta do it. You gotta take some action steps. And yet again, you know what I'm gonna say, that if you can think it, that goal was for you. So it's action. You're the one that has to take action. A goal defines your vision. If you do not have a vision, which I really don't believe that's true, I believe that if you have a goal of eating potatoes, you also know what kind of potatoes that you would prefer. But for some reason, there is something stopping you to say, hey, I would like mashed potatoes today with copious amounts of butter. So take a look at the fear that gets you to the point where you don't go any further than saying, I'd like a plate of potatoes. It will be difficult to understand what requests align with your goals and your direction. If you said your goal out loud, your brain knows what to do, as well as everybody else around you. Once you begin to tell others about your goal, you would just watch all of those distractions, all of those, hey, can you come over and help me do this? Hey, can you do this? Hey, you'll find that all of that stuff begins to slowly go away. If you are stating your goal clearly, you're stating it out loud, you are living your truth. Simple, right? So difficult. But don't let yourself down on this. Now, listen to this stuff. This is cool. Oprah Winfrey. Turn your wounds into wisdom. We all have pity parties. I've got 67 years of pity party that I could play on how my life evolved, and I tripped and I fell and I let myself down and blah, la, 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 la. But if I take those lessons, if I look toward the lesson, then that becomes my wisdom that no one can take away from me. Listen to this. Having the courage to show up when you can't control the outcome. This is by Brené Brown. Having the courage to show up when you can't control the outcome. You know, we literally, I don't even know if we can control the outcome really at any time in our lives, because there's always room for something to show up or go wrong or trip up, or the electricity's going to go out, or while I was editing today, the voice went away. Like, you know, like there are things that are always going to be out of our control, that if your goal is clearly stated, you will keep pursuing that. I could have just said, oh, screw it, I'm just not going to do this, forget it, I'm just not going to edit this, and I'll just do another one. Right? But that wasn't my goal. My goal was to complete this, to help the women that are taking this course. Now, Shonda Rhimes, I don't know, for my American friends, Shonda Rhimes, the creator of Grey's Anatomy, Bridgerton, she's brilliant. If you want crappy things to stop happening to you, like potatoes, raw potatoes on a plate, then stop accepting crap and demanding more. Where in your life are you accepting crap? Because that's easy and you can let yourself down all day long. So I was reading an article, oh my goodness, this was a few months ago, and I came across this statement of the 10 commandments of goals and life. I don't know who wrote them. I can't take credit for it, but listen to this. It kind of covers all these beliefs that I have about self-care, self-respect, self-development. Number 1, you have a choice. You have a choice. You've always had a choice. It's your choice. Number 2, I am authentic and honest with myself, my needs, my desires. What are your needs? What are they? What do you value? What do you stand for? Asking for what I need will forge the respect that I have for myself. It's got to come from me. I got to love me. I got to want me to succeed. Not so that I'm putting other people down, not so that I'm being mean or narcissistic. No, it doesn't have anything to do with that. But what are my needs? What's going to drive me? Respecting yourself is believing in the decisions that you make. 100% responsibility. Respecting yourself is believing in the decisions you have made. Number 4, resentment serves no purpose in my life. Learn to forgive. Listen, for those of you that are listening to this, this is so big, I cannot even express to you how important it is to forgive yourself, to forgive others. It doesn't mean that what somebody did to you that was wrong, harmful, disrespectful, it doesn't mean that you're letting them off the hook for that. Like that's, like that kind of stuff. But you need to forgive them because, you don't know where people are at. You don't know what their background was. You don't know what made them do that thing to you. And some of these things are terrible. Some of them are just words. Some of them are just really, and hurtful, mind you, but you gotta forgive them because, quite honestly, what do you want to hold that onto? Because if you're not forgiving somebody, you're actually giving them your power. Take back your power. Let it go. Number 5, I will honor my need for rest. For me, this was a hard one. I was always go, go, go. Go, go, go. Honor your need for rest. Know when it's time to close it down. Because in closing down, you give yourself room for growth. Number 6, there is no need to explain my no. No is a complete sentence. Number 7, I live in integrity with my values. Hello, what are they? I live in integrity with my values and will not compromise them. If you don't know what your values are, what drives you, the things that you stand for in your life, then it allows people to take advantage of you because you're kind of sitting on the fence. Stop sitting on the fence with your life. It doesn't do anybody any good. It misleads people and it misleads you. Number 8, the power of 1. I will stand in my power and not undermine myself by saying yes. Kind of like no is a complete sentence. I will stand in my power and not undermine myself. That's because you gotta take responsibility for yourself. You gotta be committed to yourself. You have to have the confidence in yourself that this dream is for you, that this goal is yours. It was meant for you. Number 9, the power of the pause. The pause makes all the difference. Like when you are in confusion, when you're not believing in what you're doing is meant for you, or you are trying something for the first time and you maybe have failed forward, that doesn't mean that this isn't for you. But by taking that pause, that breath, and getting back to center, you can then get back on track if you were faltering. You can review your goal and dream. You can make a different decision than the one that you had previously made. So the power of the pause is enormous. Number 10, say yes to yourself. It's time. I will say yes only when I mean it. I will say yes to myself when I mean it. If I am not for myself, who will be? These are your dreams. This dream was meant for you. Define your goal clearly. You know, there's the SMART goal. Make it specific, measurable, attainable, with a certain amount of risk, and timely. Measure these. Measure it. Everything that's measurable will grow because you're allowing yourself to put focus on it. And that committed focus will give you the strength to move forward when times get tough. And always know that you never have to go it alone. I hope this helps, this 30 days of inspiration. If you know of anybody that you feel could use a little bit of help in their goal setting, don't forget to share. And as always, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I will see you right back here tomorrow with more of